The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Sum it up in one word.
2005 movie, boring as fuck.
Sum it up in one word.
2005.
My word is shit. This movie sucked ass.
Some people, like when I was reading reviews, a lot of people like the movie, but why is it on a list for the scariest movies of all time?
I know.
There's probably like 4 scary like scenes that could be perceived as scary.
It's really not a.
No, it's
Okay. The only thing that scared me was also what you laughed at. It was the face contorting into black eyes. Very generic 2000s effect. But that was the only thing that slightly
that
was
part
like,
scared me when I was a kid. That's one.
You know why it was funny? Because it seemed like if you were just walking by with a filter on your phone, that would happen. As soon as they come into range, then all of a sudden, so stupid.
So, okay, a lot of people like the movie. A lot of people hate it. Critics are 40%. Audience is 60%.
I'm 2%.
Man,
like it sucked.
I was falling asleep if you saw our stream. It was just, I had my heart rate monitor on my Apple Watch and it did not move.
I
It really didn't
understand
move.
that this is like a real story, but wow. Like the movie is kind of pushing you towards being with the woman and the family that this happened to. But I was totally on the other guy's side. None of this shit looked real. It all looked like one-sided.
It was all about the lawyer named Karen. She I think it failed in trying to connect us with like Emily Rose herself, her family, what actually happened during the exorcism, because she just died, but there wasn't like a big event where she like died in a heart attack. She just died off screen because she wrote a letter, and then
I think I missed a part, but like, so I guess every time they showed Emily Rose, it was a flashback.
every single time, yeah.
Okay.
It was all a flashback. And they even showed versions of the flashback that were scientifically explained, so that you purposely are like, what's going on here?
And like, I feel bad for this girl because, yeah, that priest fucking killed her.
Yeah, he shouldn't have suggested that she just not use medical treatment, because you can do both.
For those who don't know, this priest said he was going to help her. She was already on this medication that with these medications, it takes a little bit for it to kick in. And he told her, stop taking it. This is this is the devil. Yeah. And then she stopped taking them, and then she proceeded to die. So it's like, why the thing that boggles my mind is why the fuck would you get her to stop taking it? Like, what does that help you? Is that like, oh, it's the meds are fucking like, what is it? What is the word? It's like stopping God from getting. No, like let her take the meds at least.
They could have shown a very heartfelt scene of just like, I don't know what to do anymore. Then just he could say something like, have faith in God and like embrace. And maybe that's his way of inadvertently telling her not to rely on modern science, even though but like they imply straight up says don't take like whatever the drug was.
So is it like science versus like the Bible, basically?
It's like, you got to like prove exorcism in a court. That's this entire movie pretty much.
Like sometimes directors make things to get out their own feelings with shit. I really feel like this was his own battle with like believing, because on one hand you got total belief system, like that's it. It's if you believe this is true, then that's it. You have no facts backing you up. Then you got all the facts backing you up, and it's the reasonable side. And because every time this is what happened, you'd have a paranormal occurrence, then you'd be back in the courtroom. Paranormal occurrence, then back in the courtroom, because it just went by days. Now,
yes.
When they would do when they would do the side that's talking for like it's the priest, they would give like a 15-minute explanation, and then the 2-minute, then a guy would show up 1 minute. Nah, she was just she was sick. Boom, meds. Like it was.
Yeah.
They would have to do a 15-minute explanation to try to get you to believe this, and then the 2 minutes is like, yeah, but she was messed up. She should have got help. She could have been psychiatrist. She should have took her meds. This guy fucking killed her. Like
I don't know. They got to pick a lane. It doesn't even do a good job at making you think, was it real? Was it not? Because it really implies it was real. But then because at least from the priest's perspective, because from what they show us, it looks like it's very real. Because the priest is seeing like a hooded figure and all that. But they do a terrible job convincing anybody else, because there's explanations for literally everything. Her speaking German, she was taking German classes. Latin, same thing. So and then she probably just had epilepsy.
yeah, but like Could she contort her body? That's normal with seizures. Could she have hallucinations? That's normal with seizures. It's like everything fit.
The only thing that I would give them is that at one point the explanation for multiple voices is like a very like an ancient like monk, like Tibetan monk's technique. I don't know how she would know how to do that. Maybe the stress she kind of just did it on accident, sure, but that's where I'm kind of like, that's the only piece of all the things where the prosecutor's explanation wasn't that great. But other than that, I'm on his side. Like, it's obvious the priest killed him.
Yeah, she spoke German, she spoke Latin, and then they're like, did you know that she took all these classes? It's like, what the fuck?
So, what's her name? Something Carpenter, the actress that plays Emily Rose. Yeah. I don't think it's her fault. I didn't really like her being possessed. Her counting to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then screaming. Oh my God, screaming all the time. It's creepier when there's more thought put into it, I think.
We're really going to try to stretch this out, but there's not a lot to say. I don't feel like there's a lot to say.
It's a really boring movie. How do you like it?
I think The Exorcist 2 is better than this one.
Damn.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen The Exorcist 2.
I haven't.
Me and you watched it on Plex.
I think I've seen it.
Okay.
It's very goofy.
Yeah.
This movie?
The Exorcist 2.
This one is so silly.
This one is the comedic. Remember the scene where the camera's in front of the priest and he's running around and it's from his perspective?
They do that in like a lot of like comedies where it's just like,
yeah. Remember the scene where the doctor, the psychologist that they wanted to testify doesn't because he's missing, that he's just standing in the parking lot for some reason. And then he randomly gets hit by a car going like 50 miles per hour in the parking lot.
Not only that, they show that there is a barricade here with 2 trash cans and then they're standing here and here. Why the fuck would the car be speeding that way? Not only that, they never give a reason.
Also, narratively, why did you kill him? He was already not going to testify. He's out of the story. Him dying had no consequence.
That part was the most funny part of the movie.
Yeah.
See, also, I think this movie being a flashback, it kind of kills the fear part of it, or the tension. But also the very dry moments in the court. That versus when you see Emily Rose, it's only a flashback. It's not real time. Sure, so when she screams like that, it's like you're seeing a memory.
Also, they showed the most compelling evidence of the tape recorder an hour in, and then there was an hour left of like reading letters and other stuff that was way less convincing. So in terms of courtroom drama, what are you doing?
This movie was an hour too long.
It was boring. Yeah, it was
an hour. Okay,
and in fact, it's 2 hours mind-boggling.
It is.
Like I said, this was what the movie was. Emily dies. Boom. Then all of a sudden it would be explaining what happened in Paranormalese. And then the people with facts would come and be like, this is it. And then it was explained. Then you'd go do another paranormal thing. And then they'd say, okay, well, this is we're explaining it, why it's probably paranormal. Then it would get shut down in the quickest. Literally, the guy would pop up and he'd be like, she was sick, and it's just like mic drop. It's like, yeah, she had seizures, mic drop. It's like, oh yeah, she learned all these languages, mic drop. Like, it was fucking nuts.
I was gonna say like it would be better if it was one-sided. It was one-sided. It was just sided in a way that I found less entertaining. I don't really feel like I want to watch a movie where like the cool, scary possession stuff is just some guy saying it's bullshit, it's bullshit, it's bullshit. That's what this movie entirely was.
Not only that, they did it a big disservice for any type of scariness or any type of like feeling for the movie when you showed it being demonic, then immediately showed how it could have just been normal.
Yeah, like they want to play both sides, but they strongly say it's not real. So that's why I feel like whoever made this, or what was the director?
Scott Derrickson. He made the number 1 on this list, which is Sinister, which is a much better movie.
That's not why they include the movie.
See, that's the thing, is his strength is leaning into horror. He was leaning into like shitting on the Exorcist movie for some reason.
Yeah, this movie, well, like we were talking about it on the stream, felt like a big amalgamation of a few movies. It felt like The Ring. There was like a big like investigative journalist part, kind of like The Ring, where you got to figure out something. Then there was The Silence of the Lambs. There was like, you're dealing with all these convicts and going back, asking people in the jail cells, just trying to figure shit out again.
The Lookalike too.
What's that?
The look-alike too.
What's that?
Oh, they got a lot of actors that look like a lot of other
Silence
actors
of the
for some
Lambs.
reason. But
Anthony Hawkins.
No, he doesn't look like that guy.
It does.
this movie is really funny though. There's a lot of scenes with Emily herself where it was like comedic in how they presented that she was possessed.
It's a memory too.
Yeah, and I think they should have added to the family, like Emily Rose herself, her family.
Yeah. Who's her
know.
family? Like, did you see like all anywhere?
Yeah,
They should
very-
have just leaned in it completely.
Yeah.
Also,
Like-
yeah.
Take like 40 minutes of screen time with Karen and give it to Emily Rose. And
Like,
you know what I mean?
I don't like this. I
To
was like,
make us invested and scared in a movie.
Brad tries to drink his mic.
no. I want like this back. Sounds like I felt like this.
Yeah.
I felt like this had to be. He had to hear this. I'm like, I wasn't thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
Anyways.
It just, you're trying to make me believe in this world. And then at the same time, you're showing this is the scary part, but this is it in a different way that it can totally be, but it's not scary at all. It just does a huge, it's like nerfing it. The movie nerfs itself.
Also, the priest was very generic. Like, there was nothing much to him. He was very generic, run-of-the-mill priest. Any of those priests for like Father Karras or the other guy, better.
or even the priest in like Animal Horror.
It was also funny when she's getting all these witnesses to come to the stand, and then he's in the cell. He's like, when am I going up? You gotta put me up. He's like, they gotta hear it, then they'll believe. Then it's like, she's like, then he goes on the stage or stand, and then they go, and then he's like, you gotta put me back up there. I'm not done the story.
Yeah.
Then they'll believe. Then it does it again, and then he's like, they're like, okay, my guy's gonna take me off this case. I gotta go a different way. No, they gotta hear the story. They'll believe.
And the story itself was not convincing. It was just a tape recording, which is good, but also a lot of random things with it.
And every time he was on the stand, he said, I believe, which is like really weirdly legal to me, where it's like he's trying not to get himself in more shit. So it's like, I believe this happened. I believe she believed it.
he was too professional on the stand. He should have been more emotional and like more full of belief and faith or something. I don't know.
And then to cap it all off at the end of the movie, she gets up and she's like, so
Right, yeah.
everybody, this case isn't about facts. I'm like, yes,
I
it
know.
fucking is.
We're doing a stream of it on this channel actually. And at that moment, we both fucking laughed.
Oh my God.
You can't go up to the jurors and say, this case isn't about facts. Like, what the hell?
If you go out to any lawyer, they'll tell you it's all about the facts. Like, it's all about the facts.
She was a really bad lawyer. Like, first off, she shouldn't have taken the case because it's like, you got to prove that ghosts are real. Like, that's a silly case. Not even Saul Goodman would take that case. But she took it and she did a terrible job convincing anybody. She like broke down every time the other guy was just like, yeah, it's bullshit. Seizures and epilepsy. And she had no explanation.
And then she just says, like, she pleads to the jury, just like, please suspend your disbelief for a second and think that this could happen.
She did literally plead to the jurors at the end, like, please believe me.
And
Please.
then another confusing part, right at the end, they tell her, well, she gets up there and then they're like, what's the verdict? The jury's like, he's guilty. He negligently killed her. But we have a suggestion. Time served.
Before that, the judge was absolutely going to give him a sentence of a decade, 10 whole full years in prison. And she was like, are you sure about this? And then the priest was like, yep. And then the jurors are like, we have a suggestion. It's time served. And like, I don't know how you can go from 10 years to like, yeah, go ahead, you're free. He was in there for like a month, 2 months, maybe. Like, they don't do a good passage of time. Could be a couple of days.
Like, he's guilty, so that means he murdered her.
Like okay, I can understand if they did some drama where a family member, maybe the brother of Emily Rose, was really mad and wanted this priest to go down, but the whole family was on the priest's side, so there's no drama there. So like,
Of course they were, because they were also negligent.
yeah, there should have been like maybe if the mother was like, no, she should have, like, the priest is a bad thing. Could have added some like it's such a boring movie, even in like every regard
And like
that.
I know a friend who's had seizures, and they say like it's terrifying. Like, it's so scary. And it's like, yeah, that's what she was having. It freaked everybody the fuck out. And this movie just sucks so bad. Not only that, I would love to, please go watch the live stream because you'll see where we laugh. You'll see where, like, there's a lot more in the live stream than here because we can't think of everything off the top of our head. But there was some hilarious parts. There was weird transitions at times.
I got secondhand embarrassment a lot in the later half of the movie for the exorcism scenes where she's yelling and like she's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she's speaking so silly. Maybe it's the actress's fault. I don't know, but like it's so embarrassing.
There was a point where they're in the room and she's having one of the big freakouts and they totally ripped off The Exorcist. It's like where she breaks a strap, slaps someone, but for some reason they're like, oh, priest face, her on the bed, priest face, cats, and then her on the bed,
God,
and then priest face, then her puking, cats. It's like, what the fuck?
Was stupid. They cut to adorable cats running into the room one by one.
yeah.
It's like the most adorable thing ever.
Then did you see a cat jumped on his face like all comically? And then it was like, what the fuck
See,
was
okay.
that?
Like, what do they want you to believe? What's the rational explanation for the cats being pissed randomly at this guy? But the cutting to the cats, cutting to her freaking out, yelling, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the cats. It's just fucking stupid.
Like I said, 2005.
2005.
I didn't get very strong 2000s vibes from this compared to like Scary Movie or like a Saw.
Like
But
we said, it was
still
lit
bad.
like a Saw movie.
We were also lit by a Saw movie, actually, if you watch our stream. But yeah, so what do you rate it out of 10?
I would rate 5 out of
Let's
10.
rate both things.
I rate 5 out of 10.
Oh, 1.5. I hated this movie.
I would
This
never
sucked.
watch it again.
I don't think there was any redeemable factors.
I
to
would
this
give it
movie
like
for
a
me.
2 out of 10 because
I would give it like a 6 out of 10.
6. So I think Forrest would give it like a 9 out of 10.
I'm only giving it a 1.5 because it had like
6, 7. No, I shouldn't say that.
it had a story that you could somewhat follow. It wasn't
Yeah.
worth it. This is the shortest review we're ever going to do because there's nothing else to say. This movie followed a very specific formula and it repeated it. It was just, like I said, one thing, courtroom, scary, one thing, courtroom, scary, end of movie, he's free somehow. Like,
It would have been a better story if he wasn't free. Self-sacrifice for the greater good of letting people know, I guess, about religion.
he, out of nowhere, pulls out this note that he could have wrote that he says is from her and that she spoke to the Virgin Mary and that she said, and then I was there and I chose to remain in my body so that people could know.
Do we don't actually see her death either in the movie, right? Emily Rose? It's not a scene. Okay, so we rated the movie. I would rate it 2. You're a 1.5 and you're a 6. Let's rate the horror like we did with Talk to Me. Horror wise, there were some scenes, but it's below Talk to Me though. I don't remember what I rate Talk to Me in terms of scary, but this is like a
0.
I would give it a 3. No, I'll give it a 3.5.
I think most of the scariness we
out of
laughed
10.
at.
If I was alone,
5 out of 10, I
there
guess.
were some scenes that would get me, but every scene with Emily Rose herself, not scary. Like her performance as a possessed person.
You're
not,
scared of those TikTok filler faces.
Yeah, that's exactly. Also, her contorted on the ground.
Do you know what I mean though?
That's good.
Like there's those filters that when it detects your face, you can like
Yes.
change. That's what it looked like, but it just looked like they kept walking. Next thing you know, they're in range, and then
I know. It reminded me of something Ladder. What was that movie? Remember the Ladder movie from the
Jacob's Ladder?
Jacob's Ladder, where that, but
Silent
it does
Hill
it
was
better
based
in that movie. But yeah, in terms of scariness, what would you rate it
I said 5 out of 10 for me.
for scary?
Yeah.
So, like I said, a 0. We watched this. Every scary part, I found something to laugh at. There was ridiculousness throughout this whole movie.
but if you're by yourself, though, maybe not.
For me, it would, because like we all get scared by different things. Mine would be like a 3.5, 4 out of 10, because things that are like uncanny get to me more than anything else. So if you just look weird, I'm gonna be like, holy fuck.
Okay,
But
so
yeah.
Sinister's coming up. I'm not kidding. There's scary stuff in that movie that I genuinely think is way better. This is shit. Like
Yeah.
bottom of the barrel shit.
Sorry if you like the movie.
No,
But-
I'm not. You like shit. Please, if you can comment why this movie is good and why you like it, please do. Because I want to know what parts you like about it. And if you say it's so bad, it's good, it's not. It's just bad. Like, the whole point is them just saying, like, I swear, that's what I mean. I swear the director had in his head where it was his own battle, and he's got the one side where it's like you believe, you got the one side that you don't. And its whole thing is religion. You have to blindly believe for this to be true. There's not many facts. It's like there's a lot of stuff where it's just all up to you to believe. And then you got the factual side, which can disprove the believing side in a matter of seconds. And I don't know. It felt like we were watching the wrong person and the hero was the other guy.
That's a great point. From how they did the movie, it should have been the prosecutor. We should have been watching him. Just like go full blown on that side if you're going to keep disproving every single cool point. But I guess we should wrap this up because my phone is out of memory.
Okay. Yeah, so that's we rated it. I'm not going over it. But yeah, so that's our review of Exorcism Emily Road.
Do we know what's next?
I think it's one of the Smiles.
Oh shit. Okay.
I think it's Smile 1.
The Smile movies actually do scare me, so I'll make sure to be there on Saturday. Saturday.
Be there or be what? You said it last time.
B square. That's lame.
A squared plus B squared equals
ABC squared.
Seats.
I said ABC squared.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, that was the lamest part of the whole movie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.